Welcome to Fantasy Football Live. These are the sits of the week. I'm Justin Mooney.
And I'm Nathan Zagura from thefantasyconsultant.com, getting you ready for week 3.
Okay, Nathan, so week 1, you said to sit Chris Johnson.
Sit him down.
Week 2, you said to sit Matt Forte.
Sit him down.
Now in week 3, what do you have for us?
Ladies and gentlemen, this week you're going to want to sit Kurt Warner. What? That's right, Kurt Warner. And here's why. Now, obviously, don't sit Warner if you don't have another good quarterback. But if you do, I'd start him this week. Sit Warner against the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts have only allowed 6 passing touchdowns in their last 18 games, ladies and gentlemen. That is mind-boggling in the NFL. Beyond that, this year, they're only allowing 152 yards per game through the air. You can run on the Colts. You can't really pass on them. Look for a lot of Tim Hightower this week. I think Kurt Warner's numbers are going to be modest compared to what you've come to expect from him, so that's why you're going to leave him on the pine.
So now we're going to go with a more safe and modest and conservative sit, and this is Thomas Jones.
Yes, sir. Thomas Jones, he looked great in week 1. Last week against the Patriots, only 54 yards. Didn't look so good. I'm concerned about him heading into week 3. On the season, he has 34 carries. Leon Washington has 29. That means it's a pretty even running back by committee. Jones doesn't catch the ball. 1 catch for -1 yards on the season. So that means he relies on his rushing yards for his fantasy points, and you got to hope he gets a touchdown. Well, this week he goes against the Tennessee Titans. No running back has scored, nor has any running back topped 35 yards against the Titans this year. They're allowing 49.5 yards per game on the ground, second fewest in the league at only 1.9 yards per carry. That's the stingiest run defense in the NFL. So Thomas Jones this week, I go ahead and I sit him down.
Staying in that same game, we're looking at wide receivers. Now, you don't just have one wide receiver to sit.
No,
you say,
sir.
Sit them all. Tennessee Titans.
Sit them all. Listen, whoever Darrelle Revis is going to cover, could be Gage, could be Washington, doesn't really matter. You want to sit them down. Revis held Andre Johnson and Randy Moss to just 59 yards receiving in back-to-back games. This guy is the real deal, maybe the best cover corner in the NFL. The Jets, on the whole, have not allowed a single passing touchdown on the year. They haven't allowed a touchdown, period. Tennessee, not exactly a potent passing attack, so sit these guys down. And here's another fact for you. In weeks 1 and 2, the Jets face Matt Schaub and Tom Brady. They held the two of them combined under 400 yards passing with 0 touchdowns. In the 2 games that Brady and Schaub played against non-Jets pass defenses, they combined for 732 yards and 6 touchdowns. That says to me these Jets are pretty good, so you want to sit your Titans receivers.
And Darrelle Revis is the new Nnamdi Asomugha.
He may even be better.
He may be better. All right, and now we've got, for our last one of the week, tight end. Now, this is someone that I've been big on. This is someone that the last couple weeks, I said, no, I like this guy. You should start this guy. You should pick this guy. You should draft this guy. Visate Shenko. I agree with you. This is a guy you have to sit and maybe cut.
You got to sit him down this week for sure. Last week, he was the start of the week at tight end on the show. Came through with only 1 catch, but fortunately, it was for a touchdown. He's not getting enough opportunities, folks, and that's what it's about in the NFL. There are a lot of tight ends right now playing at a very high level. 12 of them easy you can name that you want ahead of Shenko. Shenko last year, he was very efficient, but only 3.7 targets a game, 24th among tight ends. This year, only 3 targets a game. That's 27th among tight ends. Brett Favre not throwing the ball down the field, only averaging 5.5 yards per passing attempt. You do the math. Doesn't add up to big days. The 49ers, an excellent defense under Mike Singletary. They've only allowed 2 passing touchdowns on the year, 5th fewest in the league. So this week, I'd play it safe. I'd sit Shenko.
All right, listen to this guy. He's batting over 900. We hope we helped you this week. So, for Nathan Zagura, I'm Justin Mooney. These were our sits of the week. Check us out on Fantasy Football Live next week.